All right, everyone, this is big. In fact, this isn't just big, this is huge. I just interrupted all of my daily routine type stuff to start recording this video because this is absolutely something that you guys want to know right away. And it turns out that the rumors, it seems like they are coming true, and that Lost Vayne Meliodas is indeed coming to the game with the half anniversary. Now, if you guys don't know, Grand Cross Global came out March 3rd, so the half anniversary puts the date at September 3rd. So very likely that we are actually going to see Lost Vayne Meliodas coming in 2 weeks. Now, I'm not 100% sure if it's going to be on the 1st, which would actually be a couple of days before the 6-month anniversary. This is when they usually end up having updates. The 3rd would technically end up being the actual exact date for the 6-month anniversary, but they could also release it a couple days later. I don't know if they're going to go with that path. Either way, though, we are looking at a timeline of 2 to 3 weeks, which is really not long at all. And a new piece of information came out in the game files that has really just backed this up a lot more than the speculation that it already has been, and that is this image right here. Of course, you could see the half anniversary ticket with Lost Vayne Meliodas on it. So, you know, at this point, of course, I can't say it is 100% confirmed by Netmarble because it still technically hasn't, but with all the information that we've gotten, the leaks, it seems like it's about 99.9% at this point. So this is really important. We now have a timeline, and we also know what is coming to the game with the update tomorrow. I know it's been a couple of days since my last video. It's been a crazy week here with the hot weather, and lots of weird things have been happening, so I apologize about that, but I really wanted to piece together this timeline here to give you guys a good and important idea of really how to approach everything that's going on in the game right now, especially with knowing that Lost Vayne Meliodas is coming very, very soon. So let's get into some of that important information here. Now, of course, we've got the update coming tonight, the maintenance notes, and with this week's update, we are going to be getting final boss Meliodas and Elizabeth, as well as, of course, Derieri, and we're going to be getting both Derieris, just like the pattern that they have followed for a while now. They are going to be releasing the coin shop version and the summoning pool version both at the same time, and then of course a couple weeks later the coin shop Derieri, which is actually green Derieri, will be available, and then the summoning version will also be available in the part 2 banner. Now, I want to talk about this as well as Lost Vayne Meliodas, because we're only going to have a couple of weeks between Derieri and Lost Vayne Meliodas, so it's really important for you guys to be aware of this information, especially those of you guys who are planning on summoning on the Derieri banner, which is coming out tomorrow. So with Lost Vayne Meliodas, what are my recommendations? Well, we know that the Lost Vayne Meliodas banner on the JP version of the game had a pity system of 900 gems. Now, this is something that, unfortunately, I cannot confirm we are going to have on Global, but it's important to be aware of it. This is how they did it on JP. If you had the 900 gems, even if you got unlucky on the actual banner itself, you would end up getting a copy. So those of you guys on Global, I would say this is probably the bare minimum amount of gems that you want to try to aim for on the Lost Vayne banner. Even if we don't have the pity system, which I'm really, really hoping that we do. I think it would be a big shame if they did it differently on Global compared to JP, but that'll still give you a very solid chance of pulling him himself just from the banner with the usual chance to pull odds. It also locks up, in case we do have the pity, making sure that you have a 100% chance of getting him. But I would say, you know, like 900 to 1,000 gems is a good benchmark of what you should probably try to aim for. So, you know, with the banner dropping in 2 to 3 weeks or so, what you have to do is really take a look at how many gems you have. If you've got a ton of gems, then you could summon on the Derieri banner and be 100% okay with it and still have the gems left over to summon for Lost Vayne Meliodas. If you're really low on gems, if you've been summoning on the last couple of banners, which in my opinion, I think those were some of the more easy banners to skip out on compared to, you know, some of the crazy banners that we've been given in the past, then you guys might want to reevaluate and possibly temporarily skip out on Derieri. Now, I know that's a tough thing to say, and I really want to emphasize temporarily, because Derieri is actually going to be coming to the Part 2 summoning pool. Very important. Let me actually show you guys here some important stuff about this. So, Derieri's banner is going to come out, and of course, it's going to be both versions. The red version, which is the one that you're going to want to try to get, and then the green version, which is the coin shop version. Now, the red version is going to have a rate up as well as the green version on the Derieri banner, but after her banner is gone, it's not like you'll never be able to get her. She'll just be added to the regular Part 2 summoning pool, and you will be able to get her in the future. And also, you know, in the further future, what they are going to do is, if you actually go to the banners here, you can see for the Part 2 banner, and even the Part 1 banner, you've got certain units every single day that are going to be on rotation. So not only is she going to be added, but probably several weeks or so later, eventually you're going to end up seeing her on the rate up for the Part 2 banner, and you will have an increased chance to get her. Now, of course, the Part 1 and the Part 2 banner rate ups, they are not as high as when their original banner releases. It's only 0.35% instead of 0.5%, but it's still there, and maybe they'll also have another really good unit that has a rate up. At least the important thing with Derieri is you'll have opportunities to get her in the future. Lost Vayne Meliodas, it's going to be a bit more difficult. You will be able to get him later on in the future, but if you miss out on his banner right when it comes out, especially if you find yourself to be a more competitive player when it comes to PvP type stuff, you're really going to feel like you're missing out for a while. Now, another important thing about Derieri, which I really want to emphasize, especially to those of you guys who've had the patience and the discipline to save up the tickets for this, is if you have Part 2 tickets, and you guys can see that I've got 6 of them saved up right here, Derieri is also going to be added to the Part 2 summoning pool for tickets. And when she's added, you'll have something like a 7 or 8%. I don't know exactly what it is because there will be some other units added as well. More and more units are added over time, lowering the chance to get whoever you are looking for in particular, but you will have a chance to end up getting her from your Part 2 tickets as well if you have been saving those. So that gives you another option to pull her without specifically spending on diamonds. So if you guys have had the patience to save those up, that's another very good plan. And of course, another thing too is these race draw tickets. I've only got 8 of them. If you guys have really been on the next level big brain thinking here and you've been saving these up for a while, you'll have yet another chance to actually get Derieri without actually having to use gems. Now, obviously, it's not going to be as high as the Part 2 tickets, but it's still a chance, and I know that it's possible for some people to have saved up something like 40 to 50 of these, and that definitely gives you a reasonable chance in order to pull her without having to spend gems. So you've got other plans, and it's really important to be aware of this, because anytime you've got ways to actually try to get a specific unit when they come out without having to use gems, that's generally going to take the priority so you can use your gems for more important stuff. So we know the timeline here, we know what's coming up to the game. Don't forget as well that with the upcoming maintenance, you will have opportunities to end up getting some gems as well, because we are getting the final boss, all the events. You know, don't forget, don't just look at the amount of gems that you actually have right now, because we still have, you know, 2 weeks or so until Lost Vayne Meliodas comes out. So you've got all your dailies, you've got all your, you know, daily routine type stuff, events, exchange shops, whatever actually comes out in the game, and you've also got the gems that you're going to end up getting from the final boss as well. So definitely keep that in mind and kind of put that into your numbers and calculations for the total amount of gems that you feel like you're going to have when Lost Vayne Meliodas comes out. And obviously, all this sort of stuff is really, really important for free-to-play players. You guys are the ones who really want to pay attention to this sort of stuff that I'm talking about the most carefully. So, you know, Lost Vayne, though, he's definitely somebody who, you know, it's a game changer. Everybody has their own opinions about him and, you know, exactly what they want to say, but especially if you guys are competitive, I would say at the very least, you could think about him what you will, but he's definitely somebody that you want to be aware of when he is coming to the game, because even if you don't get him yourself or you decide not to get him, he's going to be a game changer throughout other aspects. Like, you're going to see teams that have him and other areas of the game where they use him. So it's still something that you want to know. It's definitely a shift in the game once he actually does drop. So anyway, more videos coming out soon. Again, I apologize about the fact that there really hasn't been a whole lot going on the last couple of days. The weather has been crazy here, very hot, power going on and off, and it's just been very difficult for me to kind of get the grind going and get the videos out there. But hopefully that should be over and more videos should be coming soon. So if you guys enjoyed and you want more videos like this in the future, consider subscribing to the channel. Feel free to leave a quick like as well. Really do appreciate all the support, everyone. Thank you so much. I know we are now at over 8,000 subscribers, which is absolutely awesome. So thank you once again. And more 7 Deadly Sins Grand Cross Global videos should be popping up on the screen right about now, or in the suggested videos to your right or below. Feel free to check them out. More guides, tutorials, fun videos just like this. Definitely more important and fun videos coming in the future as well, so keep an eye out on the channel. And I wish you guys all good luck on Derieri, on Lost Vayne Meliodas, or whoever else you decide to summon on. So feel free to let me know what your summon results are in the comments section. But if not, until next time, have a fantastic day, take care, and this is Salt of the Salty Guild, signing out.